I'm so glad those breadwinners aren't here. They're just so... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yes, dumb.
Dumb?
Three, two, one.
Strike! BreadWinners is a show from 2014 about two ducks that mine and deliver bread to other ducks/animals, which is an odd premise itself, but when you realize that you're not supposed to feed ducks bread, it's made even worse. Yeah, feeding ducks bread can actually make them obese, cause choking, or, give them a liver disease. I'm also wondering if anybody bothered telling the character designer what a duck looked like. Now, the show's animated in Flash, and I have to say, it's actually one of the better Flash animated shows I've seen. I mean, it's not Star vs. the Forces of Evil, but it's still pretty good. Bright and colorful, and I absolutely love how some scenes go along with the soundtrack. It just makes for really well-timed action scenes that are so satisfying. And another thing I have to say about the show is that it actually has really good background design. It kind of mixes hand-drawn and pixel art, and it really looks good. Though I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the background ducks being actual ducks. It just looks kind of off-putting. But the writing, though... oh my god, what happened to the writing? If I had to describe the writing in 4 words, I would say that it reeks of unoriginality. There's so many things in the show that I've seen done better in so many other shows before this came out. Like somebody at Nickelodeon was just thinking, well, let's have a show about 2 bros and make sure that none of the plots are ever grounded in logic. Also make sure that you add a lot of toilet humor. Kids really like toilet humor. Put a few character songs in there and make sure they're mining all the time. Also put in some retro music in the background. Yeah, it really doesn't fit or mesh well together, but whatever. Kids will probably like it. Oh, and you can't forget to have every character use made-up slang that nobody ever used.
That stank, all right. You smell like a butt's butt.
Yeah, it had a plot reason in Adventure Time because the characters were trying to bring back slang from a generation that's long gone because of the Great Mushroom War, but none of the characters were there, so they didn't know how it actually worked. And wait, did I just actually describe the show? Sway Sway and Badoosh, the 2 main characters that have such cringy names that it's got to appeal to the youth, are only indistinguishable because of their voice actor. I literally cannot think of a single thing that makes them different characters besides their sizes and voice actors. Though talking about the voice acting, it actually is pretty good. If only the lines that they had to work with were of the same quality, though.
Game!
With awful stories, good voice acting, good animation, and abysmal writing, BreadWinners gets 2.5 stars out of 5. It's not the worst thing in the world, and in fact, I consider it a guilty pleasure because of the animation and music, but everything surrounding the animation and music is not the best. Trust me, you'll do a lot better by watching most of the shows that I said it ripped off. But thank you guys so much for watching. See you next adventure.
Success!